Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I finished this Lapbook folio journal thingy that I made because I was inspired when I saw Carol at Carol's Recrafted Boutique on YouTube. Carol's Recrafted Boutique make one. She made hers in a style of travel. I've made mine from a paper pad called Cosmos by Stamperia. It's only a 10-page double-sided pad, and I think 4 of those pages were, one side of each was ephemera. So it wasn't it's not a huge kit, but it's one of those kits that I've actually used, I'd say 99.9% of it, which is great because there isn't too much left over. So I'm doing the flip through today, and then later today I'm going to embark on opening an Etsy shop. Have been thinking about it for a while. Was going to do it over Christmas, then I changed my mind. I've been umming and ahhing, backwards and forwarding, you know, this way, that way. Should I, shouldn't I? Because I'm still working. Will I have time? But I have a few pieces now to go in it, starting with my altered book, my winter sparkle journals. What else have I got? A couple of other pieces I made, and now this. So I really should sort of try and sell some of them, I think, because there are a few things that I would like to buy for my crafting. And you know, I do keep a little budget every month out of my salary to buy bits for my crafting. But I thought, actually, if I can make stuff, sell it, and, you know, perhaps use some of that money for buying back bits and pieces. So that's my aim anyway, because I still work 4 full-time days a week now in the NHS. So that's my plan. So today I downloaded the Etsy selling app. I've got the other app where I buy from, but there's a separate app for selling, which I hadn't realised. So I'm going to see what that involves today and hope that it's something that I can keep going. Anyway, this is the flip through. So here, this was made out of Amazon packaging, the whole thing. And you will see my process if you look on my YouTube channel. I have got a playlist for this. And then I've matted it with the Cosmos papers. So here we go. So I've just used a closure, which is just a simple tie round piece of kind of tie-dyed effect seam binding, which I think is really lovely. Look at all those lovely colours. And this pad was full of these colours, really. Different hues of blues and purples and mauves and all that sort of thing. So that's what I've used. So put that to one side. I made some clusters. I did on the sewing machine that I used for the first time recently, the one that I was lucky enough that to be bought as a present for my birthday. So it's a proper brother sewing machine, and I'm getting on much better with it. But I didn't use it before I stuck all this on, so I would have you know, sewn round some of these, but I didn't this time. But I will do next time I make something similar. So I've used this lovely design on the front with the stag, and there's lots of solar cosmos type things in the background. And I've put on this Never Stop Looking Up with the sun and moon on it, and behind it is some of the lovely eyelash trim and some lace. Eyelash trim that I buy from Julie's shop on Etsy called Camellia Crafts Designs. So it has 2 eyelets here and here, and it's got an elastic middle. I've doubled the elastic, so at the moment inside is 1 notepad, and then on the back of the spine I strengthened the spine with some linen, which you can just see poking out here and here. And then I've covered it with some lovely navy lace on both the large spine and the 2 smaller spines here. So, and on the back is another one of my clusters that I made, and I used the sewing machine. I've left the threads, and on the back is a very lovely collaged piece of Cosmos, a paper with the wolf howling at the moon and lots of different cosmos and astronomical things on it. I love the paper, I really do. So let's open it up. So we open it up, and I put an envelope flip here using one of my lovely blue envelopes, and inside here I made a very simple journal card from a paper pad that I bought years ago in The Works, which is a shop in the UK that sells toys, books, and it has a tiny little crafting section, but it's very, very cheap sort of things, and occasionally you come across something really nice in there, I think. So this was a galaxy pad, and on one of the sides it says, "I love you to the moon and back." And I always say that to my grandchildren because I do love them to the moon and back and beyond, being soppy. And they say it back to me. They usually say, "I love you to the sun and back," actually. And I made my own tab there out of some of the kit. And then on the back is a galaxy themed side of that sheet, and I've put a piece of journal paper on there, and that goes into that envelope nicely there. This is one of the circles out of the kit. Most of them are backed. They were, as I said, double-sided, and most of them have got journaling spots on the back. This has just got the moon and the stars and the sun in the background, but I like that, and I thought that it could easily be journaled on. And I made a side tuck out of some of the paper pad scraps, and on here is a piece from the paper pad, and it says "Believe," so I just stuck that on. And over here I did use my sewing machine down here, and this is out of the paper pad. It's got a lovely bird on it. Hope you can see that. Just bring that down a little bit. So yeah, it's got the bird, and then it's got some moons and different planets on it, and it's a thin, I haven't made a gusset for this one, just a thin pocket, and inside I've got a sheet from a kit, a different kit. I'm going to forget what that's called now too. Oh gosh, it's a cosmic kit. I will think of it, and I will link the Etsy shop link for it, but it's a lovely kit, an astronomical kit, and I like this journal piece, so I double-sided it with this. It's got some lovely interest on it, and that's kind of like almost like a little place just for papers really there. And then I made a side tuck here, and I've kind of made the edge wavy, and I put a little gusset in this one. This is one of my clusters. This is out of the paper pad, and in here there's a journal card with double stags on, and the back is really lovely. Look at that, it's really, really lovely. I do recommend this kit, and the back paper is also out of the kit. And then I made a sort of triple style tag that I kind of made up as I went along. So I put a piece in there with, tied it, but these are all sort of separate really. So you could untie that and have 3 different tags if you wanted. But on the back I put some journaling paper on that, because that was actually the back of the paper pad, so it wasn't really a paper piece, but I just used it because on the other side was this lovely moonscape, and then these pieces have automatically got journaling sort of areas on, and I didn't want to make them too bulky, so yeah, so that's that. Then you turn it over, and here is, we've got a gatefold here. I've just moved that along a bit so that you can see. So we've got a gatefold with some string, and just opened, so I just made some circles. I tripled them up out of the galaxy paper pad, actually some scraps I had, stuck them together in a pile to give them some strength, put one of these paper closures on, and I stuck a circle on the back to cover that closure bit with some nice brads that I've got there. So that opens, and inside I've made a double pocket here. So at the back we've got pieces out of the kit, paper pad kit. So these are some of the ephemera pieces. As I say, these are, most of them are backed with a lovely journaling spot. So there's a lovely stag there and that beautiful owl. And some I've topped with my own tabs, material tabs of clusters that I made on the sewing machine, and some I've used my little punch and punched out some bits and stuck those on, rather than using the closures that you use a crocodile with. Then in here, this is one of the labels out of the kit, Stars Can't Shine Without Darkness, and this is one of Violet Doran's little envelopes. I thought it kind of fitted in with the theme, so I've just popped that in there because I like the colours of that. I have to have it that way. I thought that would. And she's got a shop on eBay, and I can link her shop below too, and she sells some lovely miniature envelopes and some very nice die cuts. And if you want a particular die cut, then, you know, if you send her a message, she will endeavour to make one for you. And she doesn't charge, you know, they're not terribly expensive, I think. So this is another one of the blue envelopes. So on this side, I've made a journal card here, as if it's a flip out. So this I've layered up, I've collaged behind, and I've layered up one of the other pieces out of the kit. It's the wolf howling at the moon. Made my own tab, put some lace, and this is says we are all stardust, and I've just put a little label on, and on the back I've covered it with some tea stained paper as a journaling spot. So I really liked how that turned out. There's a sticker that says Save the Planet that I thought went in with the theme, and some lovely astrological kind of stars on washi tape. So, you know, and I don't know what all the star constellations are. I do know what the plough. Then on this side of the envelope, I made a side pocket out of the kit, and that's got like a toad, I think that is, or yeah, I think that's a toad, and different planets here. So there's Andromeda and different star collections, Tropic of Cancer, the equator, and all of that written on there. And then this little envelope was from Julie at Camellia Craft Designs in one of her packs that I bought from an Etsy shop. She has some lovely packs of craft envelopes, and inside I've just put some, it's actually some stamps. So that's a Cuban stamp with I think that's a satellite going towards a planet. That's Earth. There's a NASA Colombian space shuttle stamp there, which I thought was fitted in with the theme, and a couple of tickets, and also a piece of just dyed and distressed paper that I did myself. So it's all purpley, that side, and that side I've used some of the mica sprays. Very effective way of dyeing your paper if you don't want to go and tea dye it. I do love it. I love the watermarks on it and everything. So I'm just going to pop those back in there. So there's a little bit of ephemera for someone to use. And that envelope's just got a plain piece with the sun on, which, and then I've got some stamps. I've got these stamps here. Don't know if I showed them in one of the episodes. And it's called the Celestial Stamp Set, and it's by Peter Pauper Press. Say that fast 10 times. It's like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. I can't even say it properly once. When we were kids, we used to say to us, say that 10 times really quickly, and you get into a right kerfuffle with it. So it's got some lovely celestial stamps on it, and I use some of the stamps here, this little sun, and I put that stamped on this craft envelope, and then stuck this piece, which actually came out of, well, my daughter sent it to me. She sends me some pages out of what one of her magazines that's made from recycled paper, and so I thought that was kind of nice, and I'll put that on there. And then this one has got some navy ribbon on, and I've just collaged that with one of the little tags out of the kit, backed onto some of the kit paper, made a tab, put a bit of stars and moon washi on, and it says chase the moon, ride the stars. And on the back I've put some journaling spot there, paper, and that's also the kit. It's beautiful colours, absolutely beautiful, and that pops in there. Should pop in there, yes it does. Right, then on this flip out envelope we've got another journal card here, which has the lovely owl with the background planets there. I put a ticket, I collage behind it, as you can see, and this is out of the kit. This is kit paper. I keep calling it kit, but it's scrapbook paper pad kit really, and I've put a bit of lace for a tab this time because it's gonna fit into that crease there. And then I've put a word from the pad, and it says trust the magic of new beginnings, and on the back is some more tea stained paper, so that fits in there. Then we've got a very celestial stamp there, which I stuck on then, and I made a little envelope out of vellum, and this is out of the kit. It's just like a tree with the night sky behind, and in the back, if I can get it out, and I've stamped on this with a couple of the moons from the celestial kit. Actually, this might need, let me see, what can I use to get that out with? Get my nail file and see there, it's just got a tiny bit of paper, journaling paper, which I've distressed the edges with, and on the back is, out of that celestial stamp kit, is a jar with lots of there's the plough there, and the moon, and some trees, and a lovely path going into the distance. I just thought that was a nice little thing to go in the back of there. I'll pop it nearer to the top so it wouldn't, and so I made that out of just plain vellum. Okay, then when we turn that over, I've put one of my little I made I sewed it on the sewing machine. Why can I not think of what that's called today? What is going on with me? A ruffle out of lace, and stuck it there. And then I've made this kind of drop down. So I've made a little closure out of a circle that I bent over. I made that with my circle punch. Put a bit of bling on. This is out of the kit, this paper, and it folds down like this. And then I've made, yes, this is what Carol made. She made a concertina piece for hers out of this tea-dyed paper. So this is a journaling piece here, and so it goes up or down like so. So I hope you can see that okay. And that's out of the paper pad there. And I stuck mine onto this piece of card from the paper pack and made a sort of a flip down thing there. Okay, so that's that. We've seen those. So then we've got two white envelopes inside that flip out, and I've distressed those with the mica spray, which I love. Various different ones. I don't know if you can see. And I've stamped one of the celestial stamps on there. In here is one of the circles from the kit, which has all different astrological kind of design on it, and on the back is that tea stain kind of ring mark, and the moons and stars and sun. There's some washi tape there which has kind of a moon on it, which I liked. And on the back here I have collaged, I've put some more washi here, different type. There's the plough on the washi, and I've just collaged this up with a little tag from the kit that says nature does nothing uselessly. So I liked how that turned out. And then in the middle here section is a panel from the pad here in the background, and then I've put a word on it backed with that lovely navy lace. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And there's a journal card from the paper pad it's some of it's ephemera, and it says never stop looking up, and on the back is the journal spot there, and I've put one of my sewn tags, which I've actually sewn to it, on there. So in this one pocket here, I made a little gusset pocket, and this is paper out of the pack. It's beautiful, lovely colour, and these are some of the pieces from the ephemera here. And what I did was I punched holes in them. I've used my little punch that makes these little holes, kind of, we used to use them in the office to strengthen our punched papers when we had them in folders. I've put some fibres in here, which are lovely colours, and then I've just made it into a little flip. So on the back of each piece is a journal spot. So we've got the planet there, and then we've got the stag with some moons in the background, and on the back, so they just flip up like that. Then we've got this piece here to journal on. We've got the wolf howling at the moon, and on the back we've got the journal spot, and then we've got the duo of stags there, and on the back a journal spot. And I just thought that would fit nicely in there, so I wanted to use them up. And then I've put one of the word labels on. I made it into a little pocket, put a little thumb hole here to match the one here, and it says the beauty of nature is everywhere. And I made a little matchbook which just flips up like that, and inside is a little scrappy notepad like that with some washi tape to cover the staples, and then a bit of the mauve ribbon or purple ribbon. And this is a little scrap out of the paper pad that was left over, so that goes there. Then this is one of the white envelopes again. I've distressed it myself with mica sprays, and I've collaged up another tag from the paper pad kit, Magical Vibes. Collaged it up again. I've used some washi, which I may have to stick down with some glue because it started to come up. More washi here. There's the plough again. This one's got the sun stamped on it from the Celestial kit. Another circle, which I love. That's lovely. It's almost like an eye to me. And on the back, again, is that same design. So I just thought they've popped in there and they weren't too bulky. So those flipped like that, and those flip over like that. And then we move to this side here. I made a belly band out of some vellum with some of that navy lace. And these are just 4 journal cards out of the kit. So we've got that lovely bird on the back. You can see the journal spot. We've got the wolf howling at the moon, and we've got the toad and some moon phases, another nice journal spot, and the stag and some more moon phases with some lovely trees in the background and on the back of the journaling spot. I just love it. I think it's an amazing kit. So I just wanted, and look at this piece from the pad, this beautiful big moon, I think it is. So I just wanted to pop those under that belly band. Again, I didn't want to put anything too bulky in, so they go in there. This opens out. This side has got this amazing owl piece. I'm just going to, comes quite long. This has got this amazing owl on it, which is one of my favourite pieces from the paper pad kit. Look at that, standing on a wooden stump there, a post, and in the background is the night sky. And I made a triple banner out of scraps from the paper pad, so I've just again used one of those paper closure brads. This one's a blue kind of sparkly one, and I've put that in there before I matted the back there, and then that's all covered. And then this is out of the kit. It's just a little tag there, it says Astronomy, and that goes in there, so whoever has this can put what they like there. And then in this piece here we've got another pad. So this is made up of all sorts of bits of paper. It's like a scrappy pad, some book page, some grid paper, digital paper, and some coffee and tea stained paper and one of my ruffles I made. So when you lift that up, that then reveals a little pocket here with this feather and the sun peeking out, and in here is another tag out of the kit, and I made my own tab for the top, and it says trust the magic of new beginnings, and I've just layered up this owl that I had in a piece of scrap paper, and on the back I put a journal spot, and that fits in there like so. And the back of that is some paper from the Galaxy pad that I was telling you about. So I put some washi down there just to strengthen that side, and this then opens out. So you've got your pad there, this side you've got triple pocket. So I've made a triple pocket out of the kit paper. So this is a tag that came with Your Creative Studio subscription box I had in December, and I've just put some labels and bits on there, and I've got some of this lovely eyelash trim, and on the back I've just stenciled that bubbly stencil I've got. Put that in there. That pocket's got the lovely stag on. The next pocket has this one, which is made, this is out of a different piece of scrapbook paper, just an odd sheet I had that's got stars on the back, and it's blue. I just like the colour. This is out of the Cosmos pad kit, so I've stuck that on with a scrap of the kit on the background and then laid it up there. And this has got some of Julie at Camellia Craft Designs pom-pom trim, which is a lovely navy, and I've used my little punch to make those little rings there, and put a piece of journal card paper on the back, so that goes into that one there. And then the very top one is this one. So this is a piece of scrapbook paper out of the Galaxy pad that I was telling you I had used. Some more fibres from Julie at Camellia Craft Designs, which I think are lovely and not too bulky. These make lovely toppers. Again, I've put the strengtheners around there, which I use my punch for, which I'll just show you in case you haven't seen it. But it's a tiny little punch like this. This is a 1-inch one actually. It's quite big, so you have to be careful because the hole in the middle can be bigger than the hole you've punched in. So you just put your paper in, any piece of scrap. Let's have a look. This is a bit of scrap, and you just put it anywhere and you press it down. But unfortunately you can't see on the back like you can with some punches, but there you are. It makes one of those rings, which are the strengtheners. That's what we used to use in the office. So, but we never had a punch like that to make our own with. So that's what that punch is. So this I've just layered up with some bits from the kit. Again, this is a tag from the kit with the stag and the moon phases on, a bit of that moon astrological washi tape, and some labels and music paper and bits and pieces. And on the back I thought that was just nice enough to leave for journaling spot. That's got moons on here and feathers and bits and pieces, so I just liked it, and I thought that fitted in nicely up there, and this is not bulky. So then we open it out for the last bit. So the elastic in the middle is now holding this little notebook, and this is out of the same kit as that other piece of paper, and this is Sweet Vintage Prints. She has a shop on Etsy, and this is her Cosmos kit, I think that's what it's called. So I just printed out the journal papers from it, and I've backed them, double-sided them, like you can see, and this all very relevant to this Cosmos kit. So I really liked it, so I just made that into a little notebook. And as you can see, there's a double page in here, double elastic piece in here, so that it fits in there, and then there's room there for someone else, whoever has this, to put another little booklet in if they want to. So this has got a little poem on the front. It says, "The big sky man that makes the moon stuck one into our apple tree. I saw it when I went to bed. The tree was black, the moon was red, and round as could be. Today I went to get that moon, for I can climb the apple tree. The moon was gone, but in its stead I found an apple round and red, and nice as nice could be." I thought it was just so charmingly lovely. So when you lift that up, on the back here I've matted it with a piece from the kit. Here are 2 tags. Again, I haven't made them any thicker than they were. This is the thickness of the paper from the pad. We have the toad and the moon faces. We have the moon there. We've got this lovely trim here. This is actually a ball of wool that I bought in a charity shop. But look at it. It's so lovely. And it's all ombre colours of blues and greys. And on the back is an area for journaling on. And this is the lovely paper pad page. And I made a side tuck double pocket. So I've glued it down there to separate the 2 pockets. And I just left it because I love this design. And it says, "Never stop looking up." And then we move on to here, put a label on that says Destiny. This, as I say, is the other side of that paper from the Galaxy, and that's all Galaxy themed paper. So this is one of Juliet Camellia Craft Designs out of her craft envelope pack. She sent some of these, which I put some acetate inside, and I backed it with another piece of scrap from the Galaxy kit inside, so that when you pull this journal card out using one of her craft tags, you've got the wolf howling at the moon, you've got your journal spot there, and that just pops into there, into that envelope. I can get it back in like that so you can see it through that window. And I used the Celestial stamp kit, and I've stamped these images here and all the way around like that, and I thought that was very effective. And I just love that dark craft colour. And then last but not least we have the last double pocket here. The front pocket is made from vellum, and I've stamped from that Celestial stamp all of the star signs here on the front. And then there's a tag from the kit, some more of that lovely trim, that lovely bird there. And then in the back pocket, made from the kit paper, from the Cosmos paper pad kit, we've got 2 lovely journal cards. I left one squared and one rounded, just for difference, bit of variety. Put these tabs on that I made, scrappy cluster tabs from bits of scraps, which I've sewn on with the sewing machine. And I don't think that sewing interferes too much at the top there for the journaling spots, but look at those lovely journal spots on the back, and they're very lovely. I think they are. There's a beautiful owl and the stag, both beautiful. So they fit into there like that. So what we do is we shut that down to there, then that goes and folds over there. Okay, and then we shut the envelopes. They go down like this, that goes down like that, that goes in, that flaps over, this flaps in, and this flaps over, and that is it. And on the back I left that because I love all that, and as I say, I've just put one of my clusters on, and we've got your lace here and here and here just to finish it off. And then I put one little cluster here as well that I made, and I put a little lovely double star dangle there, which I thought was very nice and fitted in very nicely. So this literally, this seam binding just fits around here like this, crosses over at the back, comes back round the front, and then ties up like this. And there you have the Lapbook folio journal thingy. Don't know what else to call it. I don't think Carol gave it a different name. I think that's probably where I've picked it up from Carol at Carol's Recrafted Boutique. Pop along to her YouTube channel and subscribe, because you won't be disappointed. She makes some really lovely things, and she does a lot of things from, you know, just trashy things, you know, which I think is great. Recycling really is the word. And actually does a lot of lovely stitching and things. So I'm keen to find some time to watch a few more of her videos on the stitching side, because I'm very interested in that too. So yeah, so there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I didn't waffle on for too long. I normally do a flip through with no talking. Today I just fancied having a chat really. So I hope you're all doing okay and all keeping safe still. And just found out a friend of mine who's had all her jabs and booster, who's already had COVID, has now picked it up again. So I wasn't sure that could actually happen, but it has with her. So I hope she's, you know, Michelle, I wish you all the best, and I hope you're going to be well soon and that you don't have it too badly. So, you know, I think it's going to be around forever now, this virus, sadly. And I think we'll just have annual jabs like we do for flu. So, and I just hope there are no more variants, you know, lurking that are even more virulent than the ones we've had so far. But keep safe, keep crafting, and keep positive and happy. And I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And if you happen on my channel, I'd love it if you could subscribe and hit that bell, get notifications of any future videos I do, and like my things, comment if you can, you know, let me know how you think I'm doing. I do appreciate it, and it would be lovely to hear from you. I think you're a wonderful, wonderful community. I'm so glad I found you all. I really am. And on that note, I'm saying bye-bye.